The Department of Agriculture has announced the country's first mass vaccination of poultry to prevent local birds from contracting avian flu. Now, this comes following several warnings from the National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, calling for urgent government interventions to prevent another outbreak like the one that ravaged the poultry industry in 2023. The Minister of Agriculture, John Steenhuisen, says the vaccination team will prioritise high-risk areas and commercial flocks to contain the virus and prevent further culling. Vaccines for foot and mouth disease have also been ordered, primarily for KwaZulu-Natal at this stage. And joining me now is Agriculture Minister John Steenhuisen. Good afternoon, Minister, and thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon, great to be with you, and thank you for the opportunity.
Now, before we get into the vaccine rollout, how bad is the spread of avian flu in the poultry industry in South Africa at this time?
Well, we don't have an outbreak of avian flu at this stage, although we have seen a pickup in avian flu outbreaks in other countries around the world, most notably one of South Africa's foremost suppliers of chicken in Brazil. What we are trying to do is to prevent the devastation that could come if there is an outbreak, and that would be the purpose of the vaccination, to build up the immunity of the local flocks to this highly pathogenic avian influenza.
Now, the NSPCA has been calling for your department to intervene for some time now. Have there been stumbling blocks along the way preventing the rollout of vaccines?
Well, we've not done it before in South Africa, a proactive vaccination. So, like everything in the agriculture space, we have to be science-based and evidence-led. And so our veterinary teams within the Department of Agriculture have been assessing the data, looking at international best practice, looking at other countries around the world where vaccinations have taken place, and have made the decision in collaboration with the Poultry Association in South Africa to embark upon this process. Obviously, this will then hopefully provide a blueprint for how we deal with prevention of avian flu in South Africa going forward, particularly the devastating impact it has when you have to have a mass cull or there's mass deaths, and the impact this has on the cost of food to consumers. As you would know, the Government of National Unity is committed to bringing down the cost of food for consumers in South Africa, and so this is just one step in trying to prevent runaway food prices if we have a mass cull or a mass death rate of chickens as a result of the avian influenza.
Are there specific regions where the threat of avian flu is greater? I mean, what is the rollout plan for the vaccines, and are they readily available?
So the vaccines are available. The department has taken on 50 contract workers to help us with this program. The Department of Veterinary Sciences within the Department of Agriculture busy working with the Poultry Association to identify the most suitable farms to begin with. And obviously that will be rolled out and announced as it takes place. It is the first time we're proactively doing this in South Africa, and we certainly are hoping that it will be successful because, as I said, this will then provide the blueprint for us preventing the outbreak of avian influenza into the future as well. The department as well believes it's a huge way to save money. We get massive claims, insurance claims, and claims against the department as a result of previous outbreaks. And obviously, if we can prevent, it obviously reduces the amount that we have to compensate those who are forced to exterminate large numbers of birds.
Well, on that point, several poultry farms are still battling to recover from the 2023 avian flu outbreak. Now, is government doing anything to help them, especially in terms of job losses?
Well, obviously the Department of Labour would be dealing with that side, but certainly from our side as the Department of Agriculture, we look at trying to assist with market access, getting people back onto their feet again as quickly as possible. But certainly our vision is to grow the chicken sector in South Africa. Having addressed the poultry conference, the annual African conference yesterday, AVI in Gauteng, there's huge growth potential for this particular sector. And also there's a huge growth potential for emerging and previously disadvantaged farmers to enter into this sector. And so we're obviously looking to expand it massively. The more supply we can create, I think the cheaper the prices will be for consumers.
And lastly, foot and mouth vaccines have also been ordered, mainly for KZN. Is the threat greater in that province?
Well, we have an outbreak of foot and mouth in KwaZulu-Natal that is rather widespread. And we've had a number of unlawful auctions taking place that have not helped the situation. And we've also now got an outbreak in Gauteng, which we're also on top of trying to deal with. We've put aside 72 million rand as the department to purchase vaccines. Currently, these come from Botswana because we don't manufacture our own FMD vaccine yet, and it's something that we are accelerating to make sure that we are able to produce our own vaccines here. And we will obviously commence with the vaccine process in feedlots for the first time as well, in collaboration with the red meat industry services, as well as some of the feedlot owners. And we are going to make sure that takes place. I think it is important to reiterate to consumers that foot and mouth is not transferable to human beings. The meat and meat products remain absolutely safe for consumers to consume. And a lot of people are under the misconception that the hand, foot and mouth disease or virus that affects humans is somehow linked to foot and mouth disease. In cattle, it is not the case. Red meat is absolutely safe to eat. The virus dissipates upon the slaughtering of the carcass, and it remains safe for human consumption.
Thank you very much, and I hope you will keep us updated on the vaccinations as well as the foot and mouth. That was Department of Agriculture Minister John Steenhuisen chatting to us now about the mass vaccination program rolling out in South Africa for birds.